How's it going, everybody? So, I came up with a fun little scenario that I can turn into a series if you guys enjoy it. So for this series, I'm not going to be talking as much. This is kind of just a rundown of what's going to happen. So basically, this is what if Myles Garrett did not get suspended. Now, we don't know how long he's going to be suspended for. Obviously, some people are saying he's going to get suspended for life. What I've heard recently is he's suspended for the season and playoffs. Obviously, that's already been announced. And then I think that's it. I think he's able or eligible to play next season. They haven't really gone too in depth with it, but I think that's what's happening, which is good because Myles Garrett is a phenomenal defensive player for Cleveland. Obviously, they need him. He's the star on the defense, right, along with Denzel Ward. So what this series is we're going to play through Myles' career, and essentially we're starting at the Steelers game where he got suspended. So we're starting, I think it's week 11 or week 10, one of those. You'll see here in a minute. And we're going to play through that game, and there's no option to smack Mason Rudolph with a helmet, right? So he's not going to get suspended. We're going to go through the rest of his season and see where Cleveland ends up. Do they make the playoffs? Does Myles get injured anyway? What's going to happen? So we have a lot of scenarios that could play out. I think it's an interesting idea. It's 3:30 in the morning. I just came up with this. So like I said, not a lot of talking throughout this, just because it's just going to be me playing as one player. I don't think if you guys want to hear me talk as I'm playing, that's, I'll be happy to do that. But for right now, I'm just going to let the commentary, the crowd, the players on the field do the talking, alright? So with that being said, we're going to go into it. I've already created the file. So we're just going to play one game at a time. Is this the one that I created? Yeah, it is. So as you guys can see, we are Myles Garrett in the top right corner there. We already have an upgrade point, so we'll use that.
Player card. Here you can see this is your development trait. Superstar.
Alright, so we're gonna get run stopper up to 90 overall. We don't go up in overall, which is fine. So right now, before this game happened, Myles had 11.5 sacks, 28 tackles, alright? And we are in week 11, so essentially we're just gonna play the Steelers. We're just gonna play every game, see how we do. Bear in mind, I'm not great at defense, so this might be a series where we completely suck. But we'll take a look at his goal. He has goals here apparently. Wow, that might be 50 tackles in a season, 5 sacks in a season. Yeah, so all of this stuff, we're gonna try and accomplish all this. We're gonna become the greatest of all time. All right, we're gonna try and do that. So to do that, though, we gotta play out his entire career. So without further ado, guys, let's get into it. Let's put on some good uniforms here. Let's put on some fun uniforms. Let's put on the orange ones. Without further ado, I will let the coach take it away. If you guys like this series, leave a like, leave a comment, whatever. If you guys think it's a good idea, I'll continue it. If it doesn't get a lot of support, then I'll just stop it. But I think it's a cool idea anyway. I think it's a little fun idea, a little fun career mode. So just let me know what you guys think.
Hey everybody, it's the coach. It's Thursday Night Football on EA Sports. Coming up, we'll see Big Ben Roethlisberger, and the Pittsburgh Steelers as they take on last year's #1 overall pick, Baker Mayfield, and the upstart Cleveland Browns. I'll see you again at halftime as we preview some of the action coming up on Sunday. But for now, it's Thursday Night Football And on the call, as always, is Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Coach, thanks. CA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to First Energy Stadium in Cleveland, Ohio. This was the scene a few minutes ago. The dog pound in full roar as their Browns emerge from their tunnel. They're ready to go as they get set to match up with Ben Roethlisberger and the Pittsburgh Steelers. Hi again, everyone. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, we look at this Browns ball club. They were winners last time out, so they'll be looking, Charles, to make it 2 in a row.
And what I enjoyed when I watched their game tape and their victory last week is they put it together in every phase. Good offense, good defense, and some key plays on special teams. Let's see if they can get that second win in a row.
Meanwhile, for the visiting Steelers, they're in a real groove of late. Winners of 5 of their last 6 games. This is a guy who made a Pro Bowl in his second season, James Conner. Call it no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. From the gun, it's Roethlisberger. Oh, he dropped it. They were looking for him in the middle third. He couldn't catch it. Now 3rd down. So now an early 3rd and 10 here on their opening drive. Out of the gun, it's Roethlisberger. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The D-tackle Sheldon Richardson came. Now Roethlisberger on 1st down. He'll find Juju Smith-Schuster. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. Now Roethlisberger. That went into the hands of his tailback, Samuels.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage, even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at...
Block 80! Check 53, Mike. You get block me. You get block me.
After the interception, here's Roethlisberger. And his throw is incomplete. Now, the intended receiver out of the backfield was Jalen Samuels, but it'll be 2nd down. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. And they'll lose yardage here. Knocked back to the 19-yard line. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Now Roethlisberger to throw. Now Ben hit, and he lost the football. It's loose. And this is picked up by the Browns. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard. They start with a give to Conner. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Now this pass to Vance McDonald complete. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. It'll be a loss of 1, and it'll be a 3rd and about 13. The last completion actually lost a yard, so now they'll need to convert on 3rd down. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he'll be brought down at the 28, and that is well.
180. Hey, 58's the mic. Go 58's the mic. 6 man.
Throwing now, Roethlisberger on first down. Setting up the screen, this is Samuels. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 15. They'll get 4 there out of the screen, and it's second down. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Myles Garrett, he's the culprit, and that is now his 13th sack of the season as his great year continues.
Well, someone's closing in on the league lead in sacks. He came into the game in the top 5. Now you add 2 more to his total.
After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
And indeed, that's what they'll do as they run it here. And they'll indeed stop him on 3rd down. And now what do you want to do with your timeouts?
That's back. Black 20. Mike, number 53. Mike, 53.
They'll indeed try to run it out as they start on the ground. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. It's a pickup of 3 on the play, but with it, time has run out on the first half of play.
Well, they certainly have been able to get him going and establish the run, so I think it's time to abandon that plan and start chucking it all over the park. And you know who's excited about that? The defensive front. They got a chance to pin their ears back and get after him now.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. We'll get back to you and CD in a minute. First, it's time to take a look at what we've got coming your way this weekend in the NFL. Some good games to look forward to in the early window, especially the one in Baltimore. A big one coming up for the Ravens as they'll square off against the visiting Houston Texans. Good stuff to follow on the West Coast in the afternoon window, one being out in Oakland, where it'll be the Raiders taking on the Cincinnati Bengals. And finally, on Sunday Night Football, a matchup that we nearly saw in the playoffs last year, Bears and Rams from Los Angeles. In the game you're watching has been Baker Mayfield with a strong first half. His 3 touchdown passes have his guys out in front as we hand things back over to Brandon Godden and
Black 20.
And let's get this.
On 1st and 10, it's Roethlisberger. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. Ryan Switzer, the one he was looking for. And now it's 2nd down. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. On 2nd down, Samuels. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Check, 53, Mike. Check.
The drive will start with Connor. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. And we're back now here in Cleveland. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. From the 29, Roethlisberger. And he's got his man, the tight end, McDonald. No gain that time on the completion, and it'll be 3rd down. The Steelers on 3rd down. They're struggling. 0 for 6 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Here's Roethlisberger. Complete to Washington. And he's going to have the first down yardage to the 35. First target, first catch, and a first down. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They go draw play. This is Samuels. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. A loss of 2 there. 2nd down. Up front, the struggles continue for this offense among the line. What can they do? Change the play calling? What?
I think part of that, yes, changing some of the play calls, some screens, some draws, some misdirection. You want to run any type of a play that will influence these guys and continue to get upfield and find a way to use that against them and slip things in behind them. So some quick passes could work as well.
So 2 plays with only negative yardage to show, and now it's 3rd and 16. Now Roethlisberger. And the throw there going to be incomplete. So Cleveland able to come away with the victory.